Why agencies lack a scoring architecture, an institutional perspective from ConvergeIT. Most agencies automate before they architect. They rush into the how without defining the what. At ConvergeIT, we apply a different principle: architecture before automation. Structure must precede scale. This is not a tutorial. This is a strategic exploration of the structural gaps in modern revenue systems. Lead generation is often treated as a collection of tools, a stack, rather than a design system architecture. When we audit these stacks, we find a consistent critical failure point, a missing layer of evaluation. The industry has sold a linear fallacy that more traffic through more tools equals more revenue. But without architecture, volume becomes a liability. It creates noise that overwhelms the execution layer. Without a scoring architecture, agencies fall into systemic entropy. Effort is misallocated and high-value opportunities are lost in the haze. The tool stack trap focuses on automation capability, assuming that if the data flows, the system works. But architecture is about logic, not just flow. It's about the protocols that govern how data is interpreted. Evaluation is the architectural act of assigning meaning to a signal. This is where most agencies fail. Every lead is a signal. But without a scoring architecture, the system cannot distinguish the signal from the noise. This results in a flat system where every entry into the CRM is treated with equal weight. The operational burden of a flat system is immense. It forces your most expensive resources to do the work the architecture should have handled. To solve this, we must look at the 5 layers of the lead system architecture (TM). First is capture architecture, the structural gathering of intent signals and firmographic data. Second is evaluation architecture. This is where scoring resides. It is the intelligence layer of the system. Third is decision architecture, the protocols that determine the next best action for every evaluated lead. Fourth is execution architecture, the automated or human-led actions triggered by the decision layer. Finally, optimization architecture, the feedback loop that refines the entire system based on outcomes. Scoring is not a CRM feature. In the lead system architecture (TM), it is the core of your evaluation layer. It goes far beyond adding points for a white paper download. It is a multidimensional data model. It requires defining how firmographics, technographics, and intent intersect to create institutional value. So why do most agencies lack this architecture? The first cause is the absence of data modeling. Most agencies don't know which data points actually correlate to revenue. They capture data, but they don't model it. Second, no economic value is assigned to lead signals. Without a price tag on intent, prioritization is impossible. Agencies treat a CEO of a Fortune 500 company the same as a junior analyst. This is a failure of evaluation. Third, there are no thresholds for prioritization. Everything is urgent, which means nothing is. This leads to notification fatigue and decision paralysis at the execution layer. Fourth, an over-reliance on automation. Agencies believe that tools can replace structural logic, but automation is just a multiplier. If you automate a lack of scoring, you simply scale your inefficiency. When scoring is absent, the system experiences high friction. Every lead requires manual cognitive effort. Multi-channel inputs converge into a logic void. The system can't tell which channel is producing the best returns. This lack of architecture creates 3 distinct systemic failures: volatility, misallocation, and latency. Revenue volatility occurs when your pipeline is built on hope rather than engineered predictability. Without scoring, you cannot forecast because you don't know the density of value in your pipeline. Misallocated effort is the hidden killer of agency margins. Your team spends 90% of their time on the bottom 10% of leads. They are sorting data when they should be closing revenue. This is a structural misstep. Decision latency is the time it takes for a system to react to a high-value signal. In an unscored system, a hot lead sits in a queue for hours. In an architected system, it triggers an immediate protocol. These consequences are not individual problems to be solved. They are symptoms of a structural void. Let's look at the difference architecture makes. Compare the flow of a typical agency versus one with a scoring architecture. Typical flow, a chaotic surge of unfiltered data that creates a bottleneck at the human execution layer. Prioritized flow, a tiered automated evaluation that ensures high-value signals reach the front of the line instantly. Architecture provides the 3 things every enterprise agency needs: predictability, efficiency, and velocity. It allows you to scale without breaking, because the logic is built into the system, not just the people. This is how you move from a boutique operation to an institutional revenue firm. Remember our core principle: automation amplifies whatever structure already exists. If your evaluation architecture is flawed or non-existent, automation simply scales that flaw. It creates more emails, more notifications, and more manual work faster than you can manage it. The solution is to stop automating and start architecting. Design the evaluation protocols before you buy the tools. Define the scoring model first, define the thresholds, define the decision logic, then and only then automate. At ConvergeIT, we don't just build lead gen stacks, we architect revenue systems. We bridge the gap between technical capability and strategic architectural necessity. Because in the enterprise world, architecture isn't an option, it's the foundation of every high-performing system. Stop building fragile stacks, start designing resilient architectures. Architecture before automation, always. ConvergeIT, revenue system architecture for the enterprise, architecture before automation.